Good morning, students. How are you all? And I hope you all are fine and doing good. Okay, now as you all remember, we are doing the fourth poem, Gecko, right? We are doing the fourth poem. And in my previous video, I had explained the poem to you. I had read the poem line by line and had explained to you each and every line. Yes or no? Then we had even discussed the words of the word body section along with the explanation of the poem. Then I had discussed the answers of the checkpoint section. Yes or no, students? I had also discussed the checkpoint section question answers. Okay. Now today what we will do is that we will be seeing the animation of the poem so that you will be very clear. You can understand it very clearly. Yes or no? You will enjoy seeing the animation. It is a very short animation. But before that, I would just like to give you the recap of the poem so that you remember what you had learnt in the previous videos. Okay. Now you all know that the name of the poem is Gecko. It is Gecko. So the poem is about a gecko. It is a reptile. And in the poem it is given, it's a green color reptile. If you see your course book, if you see your textbook, it is a green color reptile. Green color means, geckos are in various colors. They come in gray color also, they come in brown color also. So this particular gecko which is in the poem, it is a green color gecko because it is living on trees. Okay, it is living on the trees. The reptiles, they adapt to the environment also, like a chameleon. You know a chameleon? Yes or no? You know a chameleon? It according to the environment, it changes its skin color. So the same thing with the gecko. Suppose if it is in the grassland, then it will be in green color. If it is staying in the rocks, in the mountains, then it may be of brown or gray color. So this particular gecko is of green color. Okay, now what is said about gecko? That it is a very clever reptile. It is a very clever reptile. Understood? It is a very clever reptile and it is a very quick animal. It is a very quick animal. And its gizzard is very good. It's very powerful, means whatever it eats, it can digest very nicely. Whatever it is eating, it can digest very nicely. So it has a very good gizzard. Gizzard means the stomach. Okay, the stomach of the gecko is very good. It is good enough to digest whatever it will eat. Understood? Then its feet. The lizard, you must have seen lizard. You must have seen how the lizard sticks to the wall. It sticks to the wood, it sticks to the wall. So its feet are made in such a way. So in the same way, the gecko's feet are also made in such a way. They are very capable. The feet of the gecko are very capable. They are very strong, and they can stick to what? They can stick to any wall. They can stick to the wood. Then they can stick to the bricks also. Bricks, out of what the houses are made, those red color blocks, they are called bricks. So it can stick to the wall, it can stick to the wood, it can stick to the bricks also. So it can stick anywhere. In short, it can stick anywhere. Yes, and it can stick to the plaster. What is plaster? Plaster means walls only. So the feet are very well designed. Okay, the feet are very well designed so that they can stick anywhere. And it's a very clever reptile. It's a reptile and it is very clever. And when any predator will come, what is predator? I had explained to you in the previous video. Predator means when any animal is catching another animal to eat it. It is called predator. When any animal kills other animal to eat it, it is called a predator. So when any predator will come to catch the gecko, you know what it does? Do you know what it does? You must be remembering. It drops its tail. It attacks the predator with its tail so that the predator will get scared. If the tail will fall on the predator, it will get scared that what has happened. So you know what it does? It is made in such a way. The gecko is made in such a way that it can drop its tail. It can drop its tail. So when the predator is coming to eat the gecko drops its tail. And the predator, it gets confused at what has happened. And while the predator is thinking what has happened, the gecko runs away. The gecko runs away very fast. So in this way, it saves himself. Okay. In this way, it saves itself. The gecko saves itself from the predator. It quickly drops its tail and it runs away. So you know, its tail is, you must have seen lizard. You must have seen sometime when the tail of the lizard is broken or the tail of the lizard gets cut. Nothing will happen to the lizard. Its tail will grow again as your hair grows, as your nail grows. In the same way, when a lizard's tail is cut or when it is broken, it grows again. It will grow again. So in the same way, gecko also, it drops its tail on the predator. So nothing will happen to the gecko, but the tail will slowly grow again. It will show first very small part. It is now when the tail falls, then a small part is remaining. That is called a stub. That is called a stub. So a small part will show. That is called a stub. And from that, slowly the tail will grow again. So now they are saying for the gecko, now you should be ashamed of yourself that you are not having any tail. So in the last stanza of the poem, it is said, now you should be ashamed of yourself that you are not having tail and you must go and hide yourself. Because you know, without a tail, the gecko does not look good. It does not look good. It looks incomplete. So it is given, now you hide yourself because you look incomplete. And you are looking like a tailless beast. Tailless beast means without tail. Okay. An animal without tail is called a tailless beast. So in the last stanza it is said that you go and hide yourself and you should be ashamed of yourself because you are not having tail. You are not having a tail. And you must not repeat this maneuver. You know what is a maneuver? Maneuver is also given in the word body section. Maneuver means skill. The skill of the gecko. What is the skill of the gecko? That it can drop its tail. So that is a skill. That is a maneuver. So in the last stanza, the poet is saying that please don't repeat this maneuver again. Means the poet is telling, please don't drop your tail again to any predator. Okay. So the poet is telling the gecko, please don't drop your tail again. Please don't repeat your maneuver and you must hide yourself because now you are not looking good. You are looking incomplete without a tail. So this was, I just explained to you the poem in short. If you read the poem again and again, then you will understand it more nicely. Okay students. So now I have just explained, I have just given you the recap of the poem and now we will be seeing the animation. So you will be very clear about the visual. You will be seeing the visual of the poem, means the whole visual concept of the poem will be shown to you. Okay. So let's see the animation of the poem. Okay students. Now this is the fifth part of the poem. That means this is the fifth video of the poem. Now let's see the animation.
Gecko. Even though it's very small, the clever gecko possesses all. The body organs and this lizard even has a perfect gizzard. Its feet are well designed and stick to wood and plaster, stone and brick. And should a predator grab it for lunch, the tail is dropped for it to munch. While the predator ponders this mystery, the gecko disappears, uneaten and frisky. Another tail will start to show, but now there's just a stub to show. So hide yourself, you tailless beast, or look a bit ashamed at least. Please, this tail maneuver don't repeat. It makes you look incomplete.
Okay students, so now you have seen the animation of the poem and I hope that you have understood it very clearly by now. Okay, in the next video we will be doing the I understand section of the textbook. I will be discussing all the answers of the I understand section. Okay students, so thank you for watching the video. Goodbye all of you and have a nice day.